iPhone 16 so expensive? Is it even worth it? I guess I don't know. So if I go into Apple's website right here, it's got a pretty good advertisement showing its cameras and all. But is it really worth it? Let's see, £799. Okay, Apple Intelligence sounds like something. I mean, the 16 and 16 Plus. I know that Apple makes their things quite expensive. Need help choosing a model. What is that? So, okay. Yeah, I don't really think that's gonna help. All of this. It's only iPhone 16 and a USB-C charge cable. Now I know what they put is so like if you look at the iPhone 11 box, maybe even 12s, I don't know, they come with chargers, but according to Apple, like for what will happen is it does not come with any sort of charging, no matter what, just a USB-C charger. So, and what they say is that it's more eco-friendly, but really what you're going to do is go to Amazon, and then you look at these things. So really this is less eco-friendly because the package will be actually more in size. So that's really the problem. Yeah, for example, that one or that one. What you're going to look at is 25 volts. Like, for example, there's like, you get all of this, but it's definitely going to be more. Plus it's another £11. It's definitely not eco-friendly, but I think Apple's intentions weren't for it to be eco-friendly. It was so they could put less things in the box and make their life easier.
You're so bad, man.
The iPhone 16, and then so I look at the images, and they look almost identical. Really, if you also look at the iPhone 15s, like Pros and Pro Maxes, if I look, they've also got the dynamic island. Also, if I look at an iPhone 14, it's not really going to look any different, but it only has a notch like the iPhone 13. And if you look at the Pro Max, it's exactly the same. It's only the wallpaper's different. And only a few more camera features. So Apple is not really changing at all. Yeah. So really, should it actually be worth this much, first of all? I mean, if I was to look at the iPhone 1, it looks like this. And really, this was like one of the first ever things to come. And then Steve Jobs was there, the first Apple owner. I mean, he was kicked out many times, but then Apple's sales went down drastically, so they had to bring it back. So really, what they did, there was no front camera, but this was the best and like ultra futuristic for 2007. So really, this was quite a good thing. But then now, for example, if I look at the iPhone 4, it looks like that. Then when I look at the iPhone 7, it looks like that. And except for the square thingy on the home button, just tell me, do they look any different than a few more buttons? They really don't look different. And compared to most Android phones, like like an S7, I mean, these phones are much smaller. So, I mean, if I look at a iPhone 6 now, and yeah, and a 6 Plus actually. These phones were designed for the market who wanted something bigger. And if I go back to the iPhone 7, something that people hated was the lack of the headphone jack. Everybody hated this when it came because people really loved it. And they had to connect the earphones using wireless. I mean, if I now look at the iPhone 7 box, images, it looks like that, but yeah, when you go inside, it comes with wireless AirPods here, and that was because like if you see this thingy over here, I'm not sure what it does, but I believe it's supposed to connect with wireless wired AirPods. So, not any wired speaker, but also now a thing that people hate on the iPhone 7 was that what happened, like, you can't hear through AirPods when the iPhone 7 is charging. And something that was pretty odd is if you see that camera, first time ever iPhone added a dual camera, but now
It looked odd.
iPhone's really changing at all. So, since the iPhone 11, if I look at the iPhone 11, yes, here, that's like a iPhone 11 Pro. The cameras were much smaller, but just tell me, do they look any different? I don't really think so. So, also about the notch and whatever, there's really nothing else. What iPhone's doing is just rearranging the cameras, chucking a few more colors, like replacing things with titanium, just putting a dynamic island. I don't really know what their intentions are here, but whatever they're doing is kind of odd, but there is a reason for this. I mean, when Steve Jobs was there, Apple was like doing drastic changes in their things every time, not just iPhones, although he was only sadly there for 3 iPhones. At least I think so, it's 3. Yeah. So in Tim Cook, he was like one level lower than Steve Jobs at that time. And what he did was like slow development. So that's why it's like slow development, as you see. If you look at the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 7, not too different. iPhone 11, iPhone 16, not too different. But if I look at the iPhone 17, there are a few rumors of an iPhone 17 Air. Yeah, like that. It kind of looks like a Google Pixel here, but I don't really mind. Or maybe like that. I hope Google Pixel doesn't they don't get, disturbed for coffee, right? Yeah, if Apple makes something like this, I will literally kill Apple. This is so rubbish.
This abomination of phone will not be
like
there,
Google
no
Pixel
matter
sort
what.
of
It's so
build. I
rubbish.
just don't really know what it's going to be. Another sort of thing is like that, but that looks ugly. And if I just search iPhone 17 Pro Max, that looks like a Samsung now. I really have no idea what's going to come. And Apple is actually working on a flip phone, although they actually should have done it ages ago. I believe so. They should have done it ages ago because already Samsung has done it. Like this. Samsung has done it like that. I mean, Samsung is pretty good. They do like mostly next day deliveries. It just feels like you're ordering an Amazon parcel, but it's much more. A Galaxy AI is something that's really important, and and there's a competitor to Galaxy A. I'm not sure, but I think it's like, what was it? Apple Intelligence. Yeah, but if I look right now, if I was to get an iPhone 16, I mean, an iPhone 16 Plus is kind of big, but 6.1-inch display iPhone 16 is pretty good. I like black. I'll just choose a 256. No trade-in. I'll just buy. And it costs $899. And I hate the idea it does not come with a plug.
Why could you give a freaking plug, Apple?
So, also iPhone should also make a fold phone, I would say. But iPhone's still doing pretty good. But if they're not doing anything really, why are the sales going so high still? I mean, it's not just the iPhone. If I look at the camera
iPad
Pro, like that's the original iPad. This iPad Pro, iPad Air, iPad Mini, like that, all of this, and keyboards. I mean, I got mine with the keyboard. I mean, mine's a 2022 one, but the newest one's a 2024. So, really, Apple does many things. And if I go on Apple Vision, yeah, if I look at this, they are really, they look so cool, but I mean, when you think about it, why do you want to be in the artificial world? I mean, first of all, it's only bad for your eyes. Second, I do really like this, but it could be extremely heavy. I don't have one of these, so I don't know. Third, it's really inefficient. So, I mean, you could just have this your whole life, but the battery will run out. Why, if you have a normal TV, it's not like you can just share the Apple Vision Pro. So why would you want another TV? I mean, it looks cool, but why do you want to use a VR for your TV? If you're like a person who's living in a house on your own and you don't have a TV, I mean, this is already more expensive than most TVs, $3,500. Then I think these are for glasses. If I was to get one, I would need these. Yeah, I don't really need this really, and that's how the battery looks. And looking at the keyboard, it reminds me of something. One of the most worst things Apple has ever made. An Apple mouse. I mean, before they put a lightning reason, everything's so black. Okay, so if I was to choose, I would do compatible, but it has a really good sleek design. But if you look at that USB port on the back of the mouse. So what you're basically telling me, Apple, is that that's the mouse, let's say. I have to connect the USB-C port here, and when it's charging, it's basically useless. I cannot use it anything. Compared to other mouses, usually most of them will come with batteries. I'll just represent like that. Most will come with batteries like that. That's a car. But then some at least be the USB-C port here. And oftenly, if I look at Apple's sleek design on their mouse, where is the scroll bar? Where is the scroll bar? Where's the freaking scroll bar? Why is it not there? I mean, it's supposed to not be there to look cool and sleek. It'll still function, but really it's bad. It's really rubbish, and that's why I do not like this. And many people complain of the Apple mouse. I do agree with them. It is such a rubbish design. Look, even just the moment I type A, I didn't hear I was not thinking of what I wanted. It says alternative. Literally, alternative has come. Logitech. I mean, I've got a Razer mouse. It's a nice Razer Basilisk. I'll show you this. It works on batteries. Really cool place to put batteries. It also comes with Razer stickers, which I just put here, and ink really comes off. I don't like the ink part, but I would say this mouse has got a pretty good rating. You can also change the speed of the mouse pointer. I mean, I'm currently recording this on an iPad using screen recording. So right now, yeah. So if I was to use really annoying, my iPad's at 4%. That's charging. Where's the sound? 5%. Odd. I mean, yeah. So now, like, if you're an adult or someone who's watching this video, then you'll probably go for either iPhone 16 Plus or like Pro or Pro Max. So if I was just to go back, yep. So I'm here. What a cool animation. Pro. Okay, so let's see what is so pro about this phone. Again, if I just look at that, I'll just give it to you. Freeform. Then what you've got is like that, except for the camera size and the notch. Do you see any different? Ooh. I would say if I was just to design something, here you go. Nice looking, almost iPhone shape. And this is how much time it takes to draw. It is so annoying. Yep. Definitely not that. Yeah. I think I nailed it really. So if you look at that, that's how the iPhone 16 will look from the back. That is such an abomination of an iPhone 16. Then basically I would just willing to copy paste all of this. How hard is it? Let's just say it's like that, but 4 of these. Another abomination of an iPhone 11. I could just duplicate that. That notch I really nailed. That's like perfect. Yeah. And this notch becomes 10 times bigger, but then also becomes... I mean, that's a really odd shape to choose. Yeah, it's definitely not that shape. I need some sort of trapezium. There. We somehow nailed it. Similar to the iPhone X. Kind of like that. Just like the size of a bezel. Yep, like that kinda. So do they really look that different? I wouldn't really say so. Photos, I mean, these are really two big abominations of iPhones. So I wouldn't say really there's any difference. I see. Is there really any use of buying an iPhone 16? Let's see if you've got like an iPhone. What, it's now become refurbished. Can't believe it. iPhone 14 is becoming so refurbished early? What the heck, Apple? Man. Can't believe how much. iPhone 14 version Pro Max. I don't really care about the colours. Okay, so 6.7, 6.7, 6.9. So that is a really big size screen. Like, I think 6.9 doesn't really sound that good. Okay, stainless steel with texture matte glass back. Titanium. I mean, I've never felt the titanium. I mean, I went to an Apple store and touched it, but I don't remember. What the hell was that? Okay. So, A15, A17, A18. Wait, what? How did it become iPhone 14? I wanted a 14 Pro Max. There. A16, A17, and A18. So now if I look, Pro Camera System, 48 megapixel, 48 megapixel ultra. Now it's like, wait, Fusion. This is 48 main, and now it's Fusion. I do not know what Fusion means. Super high resolution, 24 and 48. Super high resolution, good. I mean, if you look at the S24 now, it's actually got beaten by the iPhone 16. I mean, yeah, when you look at that, that's like the new camera button. iPhone 16, like Apple put quite a lot of hard work in it, and it does actually pay off. They focus on the camera quite a lot. And also there's more zoom options, really. Yep. Lightning. I mean,
Lightning's so bad, man. USB-C is so much better.
Obviously,
Why did they even
USB-C is
choose
the best
Lightning?
one.
So dumb, Apple.
Until I think USA, they forced them to change to USB-C. Anyways, if yeah, even if I look at
If it's USB-C, yay!
while Lightning served Apple well for many years, the move to USB-C means improved compatibility, faster data transfer speeds, and more versatile charging. I know it's really good. If you look at my phone, it's really old. I'm just using an old phone, Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. I mean, I would prefer USB-C. I mean, any USB is good, like USB-C. But Lightning was really rubbish. I mean, if you look at the iPhone 1, yeah, that. Actually, that ginormous cable. Yeah. It's stuck onto like the iPhone 4 Lightning connector. It was like Lightning charge as well. And if I look at the MacBook, they still actually they kept the Lightning connector, I think.
Yeah, Paul, how could you?
It's not. Yeah. I think this might have been a bit old in a few years, but today's USB-C, but before, yeah, they were forced to choose USB-C. Old, yeah. MagSafe, I really don't know. Why is it like called MagSafe? Like it's so much special. It's just wireless charging. Anyway, wireless charging is bad for your phone, so yeah. So that really means if I look at iPhone 16 Pro Max versus S24 Ultra, are there common images? I don't know. Yeah, iPhone 16 is slightly bigger. Bruh. I mean, there are many videos. I can make a video on this in my in the next one. But for now, should you actually get a 16 Pro if you already got a 13? I mean, I really don't even know what to title my video. So should you? If you got a Samsung, I would say keep with the Samsung. Everything's great on the Samsung. If you've got an iPhone 13, you could. But if you've got an iPhone 14, there's basically no use. Just the slightest of features change. So, I mean, if I look at Nokia right now, Nokia's known for its really strong phone. It's almost indestructible. Yeah. Big thing. Nokia still makes these small phones. These like old types of phones. But the new sorts of phones are pretty good. They're not too bad, but I mean, I'm looking at all of these things. Like also if you look at the Microsoft phone, that was like a big fail because Microsoft does better on a PC than phone. If you look at a phone, it just looks like you've got a bit of a PC. I mean, if you look at the user face, it's really rubbish. I mean, these all look like the phone companies who failed. HMD's not that good, Sony's not that good, but Vivo's good, BlackBerry's not good. Sony, I mean, got the most confusing names. They did Sony X something, X1, X2 something, and then XZ, XZ1, XZ2, until they just switched to Sony Xperia 1. I don't know what in the heck, and then they did Sony Xperia 1, 2. And then if I just say that, okay. So, let's just say there's this guy. Oh, I've got the Sony Xperia 1, 2. And then there's the other guy. You mean 12? I mean, Mr. Who's the Boss also did this, I'm just saying. Yeah, there's so much confusion. So, even if you look at the confusion of what you're getting with this, Sony is a pretty good phone. But why am I even talking about this? iPhones are really good. If you've got one, you should keep it. There's no saying it's bad. But let's just before we end the video, let's look at the iPhone SE. I've seen there's a new iPhone SE. Yeah. This looks more realistic, but in some videos I was watching on YouTube, why would they put the notch? It looks like they're downgrading. When you've got an iPhone 17 with a good dynamic island probably, why would you want an iPhone 13 notch? Look at that, another notch. It feels like they're just downgrading Apple when they do that. But if I was to get an iPhone 16 and you really like small, good, cheap phones, like for example an iPhone SE 4, I don't know, because I really want an iPhone SE 4 really, because they look so good. Finally, they're getting rid of the home button. I don't know why they kept the home button for years. Everybody does not want a home button anymore. Maybe some people do, but I would say there's not really any use of keeping it on. I hope people still remember that there are home button phones. iPhone did a really good nothing. I mean, iPhone is really good at making home button phones. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, iPhone has made some really bad choices now. But it's also a good company, I could say. So now if I search one of Apple's first laptops. Macintosh Portable. This came in 1 gigabyte of storage. 1980.
1 megabyte.
Storage. Doesn't even specify, but I think it was 1 megabyte. I remember some astronaut put a message with it. The oldest Mac updates. Yeah. So I mean, Apple's a great company, but yeah, they make quite a lot of things. They just stand out as the main company. That's why they really don't decrease sales. I mean, Apple's worth $3.5 million dollars
trillion
today. So I say Apple's a good success. It's not too bad, but yeah, they should continue making stuff. They're pretty good. So I guess that's it for this video. Okay, so bye.